September 17th, 1944. Warsaw, Poland. A man stands in the ruins of what was once a great city. He weighs 40 kilograms. His clothes hang on him like rags on a skeleton. He hasn't eaten in 11 days. He hasn't spoken to a single living soul in 4 months. For 3 years, he's been a ghost, hiding in bombed-out buildings, scavenging through the rubble like a rat, waiting for death. And now, at this very moment, a German officer stands before him, a pistol drawn. But this officer does not pull the trigger. Instead, he asks one question.
"What are you doing? What was your occupation?"
The exhausted man answers. His voice is barely a whisper, hoarse from months of silence.
I am a pianist.
Prove it.
To understand this moment, one must go back. September 23rd, 1939. Warsaw, before the ruins, vibrant, alive, full of music. Władysław Szpilman sits at a concert grand piano in the Polish radio studio. He is 27 years old, a concert pianist, a composer, a man whose fingers knew how to make a piano cry. That evening, he is performing a live broadcast, Chopin's Nocturne in C-sharp minor. The warm, golden light of the studio, the elegant audience in the hall, and the voice of the young artist, confident, cultured, with a slight Polish accent, goes out over the airwaves.
Good evening, listeners. Tonight I bring you Chopin, a reminder of our beauty, a reminder of... On the floor, everyone on the floor.
At 1756, the first German bomb hit the building. The airwaves went silent. It was the last music Warsaw would hear for a very long time. Within weeks, the city fell under Nazi assault. Within months, the Jewish ghetto was established. 400,000 people crammed into 2 square kilometers. Hunger became a neighbor, death a common occurrence. In August 1942, Szpilman's entire family was deported. Mother, father, 2 sisters, a brother. He watched them board the train. He never saw them again. He remembered that day on the platform down to the smallest detail. His mother tried to be brave. For him.
Władek, everything will be fine. We are going together.
Yes, Mama. Yes, we are together. It's just resettlement to the east. Just to the east.
He was lying. He knew it. But what else could he say to the person he loved? Just then, someone grabbed him by the arm. A Jewish policeman, a man with a gruff baritone and an iron grip. "You, get out of line. I know you. You're the pianist. Now."
No, my family.
"Do you want to live? Move!" The train whistle shrieks. Children cry. Shouts in German. The train moves out. Silence. That train was going to Treblinka. It was an extermination camp. Mother, father, sisters, brother, all killed within hours of arrival. And Władysław Szpilman never heard their last words. And he was the lucky one. After the deportation, Szpilman worked at forced labor, carrying bricks, clearing rubble. Every day was a test of endurance, every night a bargain with death. In April 1943, the Nazis began the final liquidation of the ghetto. Every Jew was to be killed or deported. Szpilman had a choice, board the train or run. He ran. Through doors, through basements, a young woman arrived, Dorota, a Polish friend. Her voice was quiet, urgent, terrified.
"Władek, the Nazis are coming. You have 2 hours, maybe less. I know people on the Aryan side. They will hide you. But you must leave now."
Go out of the ghetto. If they catch me, they shoot on sight.
"If you stay, you will die. No ifs. Go. Now."
He ran. Through back alleys, over walls, past checkpoints where guards looked away because someone had bribed them. He reached the Aryan side, the part of Poland where Jews were forbidden to appear. A network of friends hid him, a week here, 2 weeks there. Never longer. But in August 1944, the Warsaw Uprising erupted. The Polish resistance threw themselves at the Nazis. The city became a battlefield, and the building where Szpilman was hiding was destroyed by artillery. A roar, a crash, a cloud of dust. The debris settling. Silence. He was buried alive. For several hours he clawed his way through the ruins. When he finally emerged, Warsaw no longer existed. Not damaged, not ruined, destroyed. 85% of the city turned to ash. The Nazis were implementing what they called systematic destruction. Block by block, house by house, Warsaw was being wiped off the map. And in this desert of ghosts, Władysław Szpilman became invisible. 4 months. Total solitude. No human contact, no conversation, no warmth. He hides in attics, basements, buildings with walls but no roofs. He scavenges for food in destroyed apartments, raw peas from tin cans, moldy bread, frozen potatoes. He drinks rainwater from puddles. And he talks to himself. Because if he stops, he fears he will forget how to do it. His only companion is memory and music. At night, in the darkness, he plays the piano, not a real one, an imaginary one. His fingers glide along wooden planks, Beethoven's Appassionata, Chopin's Nocturnes. The only concert hall remaining is inside his head. His inner voice falls apart, like the walls around him.
E flat major, 4/4 time, andante, left hand, octave, right hand, melody.
His fingers tap on the plank.
Mama was listening. She sat right here.
A sharp sob caught in fear.
No, she isn't there. She's...
He stops himself, mechanically, as a defense reflex. E flat major, 4/4 time. Concentrate on the music, only the music. By September, he weighs less than 90 pounds. His clothes hang on him like curtains. You can count his ribs through his shirt. Skin is stretched tight over his skull. He is dying, not from bullets, not from bombs, from slow starvation, from the cold, from solitude. And then, September 17th, 1944, a German officer enters his hiding place. The officer's name is Wilhelm Hosenfeld, a captain in the Wehrmacht, not SS, but still a German, still the enemy. He is searching buildings for supplies. He hears something, movement, in the attic. He draws his pistol, climbs the stairs, opens the door, and finds a ghost. He looks at this skeleton, at this human being who claims to be an artist, and makes a decision.
Wer sind Sie? Are you a Jew? What do you do before the war?
a pianist. I was a pianist.
A pianist. You are a Jew, hiding, lying.
No, I am not lying. I played on Polish radio. Before the war, I swear. A concert pianist. Professional.
Prove it. There, a piano. Play.
In the corner of the destroyed room stands a piano, damaged, out of tune, missing several keys. Szpilman approaches it. His hands tremble, not from fear, but from hunger, cold from not having touched a real piano in 3 years. He sits down, and he plays. Chopin's Nocturne in C-sharp minor. The performance is beautiful, despite the instrument's imperfections. Some notes slightly out of tune. Dust falls from the ceiling from the vibrations. The officer's breathing can be heard. 30-40 seconds of real music. It is the same piece he was playing when the war started. September 23rd, 1939. 5 years, 400,000 dead, 1 man still playing. Hosenfeld stands motionless. He is an amateur violinist. He loves music. And in this moment, in this destroyed city, in this symphony of death, beauty survives. The music ceases.
Gott im Himmel.
God in heaven. He clears his throat. Businesslike tone, but kind.
You stay here. I will bring food. Do not go out. Do not make a sound. Soon the German army will retreat. Maybe 2 weeks, maybe a month. If you survive this time, you will survive the war. I will return. with food.
Why? Why are you helping me?
Because the music must survive this. We destroy cities, we destroy people, but maybe we won't destroy everything.
The officer's boots walk out. The door softly closes. Szpilman's heavy breathing, one sob, releasing the tension. Hosenfeld kept his word. He returned every week. He brought bread, canned goods, army rations. Once, his own overcoat. He was risking court-martial. He was risking execution for a Jewish stranger. They never learned each other's names. On January 17, 1945, the Soviet army liberated Warsaw. Władysław Szpilman walked out of the ruins. He weighed 44 kilograms. He was alive. Wilhelm Hosenfeld was not. Soviet troops took him prisoner, sent him to a camp, Stalingrad. He died there in 1952, 7 years in Soviet captivity, for the crime of being a German officer. The man who saved a life never saw freedom again. And Szpilman spent the rest of his life trying to find that German officer who saved him. He didn't even know his name. When an elderly man was being interviewed in the 1990s, old, 80 years old, his Polish accent stronger now, he spoke slowly, with the weight of every word.
People ask me, how did you survive? I tell them, I didn't survive. I was saved. By a man whose name I did not know, whose face I barely remember. I survived. But my family did not. Why? Why am I special?
He trails off. He doesn't finish the thought. In November 1945, Szpilman returned to Polish radio. The first broadcast? That same Chopin nocturne, interrupted by bombs in 1939. He played it from beginning to end, without interruption, and all of Poland listened. In 1998, at 86 years old, he finally learned the name of the officer who saved him, Wilhelm Hosenfeld. The German government, realizing too late, honored him posthumously. Too late for Hosenfeld to know, but not too late for this story to matter. Szpilman died in 2000, 88 years old. Until the end, he carried survivor's guilt, that millions did not make it. But he also carried something else, proof that even in the darkest moments, when cities burn, when humanity collapses, when death surrounds you on all sides, one act of compassion can echo through the decades. One moment of shared beauty is capable of breaking through walls of hatred. Today, Warsaw is rebuilt, a modern city, vibrant, alive, full of people. But in one corner stands a monument to Władysław Szpilman, and nearby another to Wilhelm Hosenfeld, the pianist and the officer. Their story became a film. The Pianist, directed by Roman Polanski, himself a Holocaust survivor, 3 Academy Awards. But above all, it reminded the world of a simple truth. In war, we look for monsters, and we find them. But sometimes, if you look closer, we find those who refuse to be monsters. Those who, in small things, chose compassion over cruelty. Hosenfeld saved one life, only one. But that one life meant that Szpilman was able to play music again. He was able to tell his story. He was able to remind us survival is not just staying alive. It is remembering what makes us human. So next time you hear Chopin, remember September 1944. Remember a destroyed city. Remember a man who proved, even when the world is ash, beauty refuses to die. 88 keys, a German officer, a Jewish pianist, and 3 minutes in 1944 when the war stopped for the length of a song.